Welcome back to another smart home video. Today we're gonna talk about temperature sensors. We all need them, whether it's hot summer days or freezing winters. Knowing the exact temperature in your home is the key, but it's not just about numbers, it's about smart automations that react to those numbers. Aqara is well known for making high-end smart devices, but are they really worth it? Are they really worth the extra money? The Aqara T1 temperature and humidity sensor actually gives you 3 measurements in one: temperature, humidity, and air pressure. I personally use the Aquara M2 hub. If you use Home Assistant, you don't have to, and a few T1 sensors and a couple of motion sensors, and I've been running them for quite a while now. So why did I choose Aqara? Stick around and I'll show you everything, including how to set up these sensors in both Aquara Home and Home Assistant. Let's start by adding the Aqara sensor to the Aquara Home app. To use this sensor in the Aqara app, you must have an Aqara hub. It won't work without one. If you don't already have an Aqara account, you'll need to create one. I'll skip this part because it's simple. So on the side of the sensor there's a small button. Press and hold it until the blue light starts blinking. That means it's in pairing mode. I just done that right now. And then in the app, tap the plus button in the top left corner. Add accessory, and we need to go to sensors. And on the list here we need to find the temperature and humidity sensor T1, that's the one. Temperature and humidity sensor was found. Now you have the option to change the name and the location. In my case, I'm gonna change the name and click OK. And if you wanna put a custom location, I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. And that is it with the pairing process. We just click next and next until the process is finished. And there you have your temperature sensor, your humidity measurement, and your atmospheric pressure. Now let's jump into Home Assistant and integrate the sensor. There are 2 ways you can integrate the Aqara T1 sensor into Home Assistant. 1. Using the Aqara Hub. If you already have an Aqara Hub, you can easily connect it to Home Assistant. In my case, my sensors are spread out across the house, so I did something a bit different. Sensors closer to the Aqara Hub are paired with the hub, and sensors closer to my ZigBee coordinator are paired directly via ZHA. Even though I have smart plugs and other devices acting as ZigBee routers, I still notice some connection drops on sensors located far from the coordinator. That's actually why I picked up the Aqara Hub, to test the performance and split the load between the two. Now, to integrate the Aqara Hub into Home Assistant, we need to go to Settings, Devices and Services, Add Integration, and look for HomeKit. In my case, it's already installed, so I won't find it, but you will find it here. Click on it and just follow the instructions. You'll be asked for a HomeKit pairing code. It's usually printed on the bottom or on the back of the Aqara Hub. Enter the code when prompted, and once paired, all your sensors and devices connected to the Aqara Hub, as I showed you earlier, will automatically show up in Home Assistant. To look for your sensors, we need to go to Settings, Devices and Services, HomeKit, and I have 10 devices. You'll see my Aqara Hub and all my sensors that are integrated in the Aqara Hub. Now the second method is using ZHA or ZigBee MQTT. No hub required. You don't want to use the hub? That's totally fine. You can use ZHA or ZigBee MQTT to connect the sensors directly. Here's how to do it. You need to put the sensor into pairing mode by holding the button on the side until the LED starts blinking. In Home Assistant, we need to go to Settings, Devices and Services, Add Integration, ZigBee device, and now it's searching for our device. And there it is. This is our sensor. We need to give it a name so we know where it's located. I'm gonna call it ST from sensor temperature, and I'm gonna call it central room. Just click anywhere here, go back, and you should find your device in ZigBee ZHA, and we look for sensor central room. This is the one. In case you want to add this sensor to your dashboard, you need to go to your dashboard. In my case, I'm going to use this sensor dashboard. Just click on this pen on the right hand side here, add a plus, and we need for entity card, and we need to look for our sensor ST central room. This has 3 entities: humidity, room pressure, and temperature. We're gonna put just the temperature. Save, and then you have your sensor there, and done. Alright, now that you've seen both integrations through the Aqara Hub and directly with ZHA or ZigBee to MQTT, let's wrap things up with a quick review. My experience with Aqara T1. Personally, I've been using Aqara for 6 months and they've been super reliable. Battery is still holding strong between 60-70%. I had 0 disconnects from within range, and I love the minimal size. You can place them under furniture, near doors, or in kids' rooms, and they just disappear visually. But the biggest downside is, in my opinion at least, there is no display. Sometimes you just want to glance at the temperature or humidity without opening the app. Here I have a few Sonoff SNZB sensors. That's a nice alternative. That's where the Sonoff shines. It has a built-in LCD screen, so you can instantly see temperature and humidity. It doesn't have the air pressure sensor. It also comes with a little stand, so you don't have to mount it into the wall. Accuracy-wise, it's actually a bit better. It's plus minus 0.2 Celsius versus 0.3 Celsius on the Aqara T1. And the price Sonoff is usually around $12 and the Aqara around $21. So my verdict, if you want to care about design, low power consumption and a tight HomeKit home assistant integration, go for Aqara T1. It's a polished product and blends perfectly in a modern smart home. If you want a visible screen and don't mind a more functional look, the Sonoff is a really hard to beat, especially for the price. Honestly, both work great in Home Assistant. Both are ZigBee, both are reliable, and it really comes down how you want to use them. If I were to recommend, go for Aqara T1 if you already have Aqara or HomeKit ecosystem and want seamless look and feel. Go for Sonoff if you're budget conscious or prefer having quick visuals feedback without needing a dashboard. So that's my take on the Aqara T1. I added an alternative, the Sonoff SNZB. 2 solid sensors, both with their strengths, but there are plenty more out there. Let me know in the comments what sensors you're using or if you're planning to try one of these. Don't forget to like, subscribe and stay tuned for more smart home tips here on Smart Life. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.